Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 20. We got 25's the mic. Danny.
Prescott looks to throw on first. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
We're going to work. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We got 3.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the 22, Prescott. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Prescott got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And the 49er hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 38.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, they're running with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's it, baby. That's it. 319. Check it. Tight.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Miles Sanders, his his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bears take over
all day, baby, all day.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Milano. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
47.
On second and a long way to go. Prescott complete to Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. I got him. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll run with Sanders.
Check. Lucky.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Check three.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
50. Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
3 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
You ain't doing nothing
today.
That
run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. Forced out to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
That's how we do it.
Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On the draw, here's Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Rip left.
Final play of the half. Prescott escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first. first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen.
Coming for you, son.
Throwing it right, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go, baby.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
All day, defense.
On first down, it's Sanders.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
You don't want no problem. You don't need
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Check 99. Hey, watch. Alert. Check back.
Another run with Sanders.
Run.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Middle. You got three down. Joker. Switch.
All 52.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Come on, hey.
On second down, it's Sanders. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Middle.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Finish strong.
James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Bears take over first down.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Dancing to his left. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott now being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 31.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
For the field goal, a 61-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They'll go again with Sanders. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A gain there of 21 yards.
56. All right.
On first down, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. On third and long, it's Allen. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Bears take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. They'll throw again. Prescott. This complete to Jones. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he spins past him and into space. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Miles Sanders, 89 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, watch delay.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Keep working.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down and 4, Prescott. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. First down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
56.
56, 56.
Ready? Under 10. Under 10. Go.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
21, Mike 21. Check Mike 20.
Look, squeeze.
Slam.
Hit it.
Check 24. Check
On
24.
first down, it's Turner. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's first and 10 at the 14. To throw is Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Watch the pass.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. They'll drop the throw.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first
Come on
and
now,
10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Okay, break.
Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here it comes, here it comes.
Say go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Time to go, night.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushes past him. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can't get past me.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Mike 57. Here we go, let's bring it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Let's bring it.
This is caught. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go now. 6 out, 26. Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Room past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation.
Ready.
You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
5.
On third down, Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. .153 remaining in this first half of play.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flies. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Got it.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hit it.
To throw again, Ryan. He's got White here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Get on the point right here.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, ready? 30 base. 5.
Woo!
Yep.
Go get him, go get him, go get him.
Yo, go.
She man, me, I got this.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the right.
Go.
Again, Ryan. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This quarterback now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Quads. Hey, check 24. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again.
I'm coming after you.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked.
Let's go.
That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done. Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. And the blitz does come.
Don't get nervous.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from. And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
Ready,
They
ready.
keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
I got one.
He'll look to throw.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, fellas.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta
60
offense
Pittsburgh.
out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes
Come
down.
on, set, 8, read.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A big pickup of 38. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Play action. Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
30
What's
base.
that?
It wasn't an interception.
Hey,
Wow.
Orbit.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Able to find Turner. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Check. Kill.
Shoot.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better come.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 57.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sack, baby.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Look at me.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down inside the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. He'll look to throw. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one's not going to go their way.
And this is where,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a sack.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Check Mike 21.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at
select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings.